Hey, everybody, and welcome to another Tip Tuesday. Today, we are talking about removal of the ego and how that's important to attracting the right people to do business with us. So, let me quickly tell you a story about somebody in my LinkedIn network named Thomas Earp. Whenever anybody goes on to a meeting with him, he asks the question, if you were a kitchen utensil, who would you be? So think of that for a second. What would you be? So, for example, I gave the answer that I am going to be a whisk. And at the time when I gave him that answer, I was thinking in my mind that, well, I love to come up with all these business ideas and draw them and put them all together and mix them all up and create something new, I guess some beautiful cake. But you know what? Recently I've been thinking about what I truly enjoy is really putting together the right people in that right mix and just mixing it all up like a whisk. So the whisk still remains. You see, next week, many of us Americans are going to be celebrating July 4th. It's a time when many families come together, fire up that grill, probably sit under the stars and watch the fireworks. And it's a great opportunity to spend some wonderful time together with our friends and loved ones. However, sometimes this may also open up the opportunity to some not so great situations, right? So you're going to have different kinds of people, different kinds of situations where some people, they can't even stand or they totally resent spending time with family and friends. Whereas there's other people who are so looking forward to it. You see, the same thing is also in work. Some people resent their work environment, whereas other people absolutely love it. And the people that they work with are like their best friends or or family members or whatever the case is. What is the common denominator that creates this big shift or these two different polar opposites, if you will? And so there's many elements that play into this, but one of the most common one is ego. And the kind of ego that causes this rift is a negative one. You see, there's good ego and there's bad ego. And in this case, the negative ego is the one that thinks all about themselves. In order to create or in order to put together a wonderful cake, if you will, all of the ingredients need to work together, right? You cannot have one ingredient being more dominant over another ingredient. You cannot have this ingredient that just doesn't fit. So the idea here is that in order to have a pleasurable experience, we need to get together and we need to find that mesh that works together. And if there's ego and it's all about me, and there's this dominance that's involved, well, that causes a problem. Think about the next time or a time in your life where the other person was more others focused, where you were the highlight. The other person made you feel special. Where does that show up in your life? How can you be more other people focused? Where could you change and create that incredible cake or that wonderful experience with your families and your loved ones and your business partners and all that kind of stuff? I'd love to hear your thoughts. I'd love to hear your comments. Let's have the discussion in the comments below. See you all next week. Bye-bye.